Hello and welcome to your practice today. Today we have a nice series of balance focused sequences so we can work on our balance. If you think about it, balance doesn't happen, or imbalance I should say, doesn't happen when you're standing still. It happens when you're moving, adapting, or transitioning, whether you're walking or you're transitioning between poses in yoga. So our practice today is going to focus on those neuromotor patterns, maintaining those, reigniting those, and then we'll finish with a nice warming midsection sequence, aka little core challenge. So let's get started. All right. To begin, let's start with our feet just inside our hips. We're going to inhale, come up on the toes, nice and slow. Exhale, nice and controlled, back down. Once you feel centered there, you can add the arms in. Inhaling to parallel, exhaling back down. One more time. And we'll grab one of our trusty blocks if you have one. Make sure we get a nice warming sequence in before we get started. So squeeze the blocks between the thighs just above the knees. Inhaling the arms up. And as we exhale, pressing the hips back into chair. Move with the breath. Inhaling, coming up. And exhaling, pressing down. As we come into chair pose this next time, we're going to hold it there. If you'd like to work on balance a little bit more, you can lift the heels. If you don't feel ready for that yet, keep those heels flat. Bring it down and back up. And exhale nice and open to the sides. Bring our arms back up on an inhale. On the exhale to the sides, we're going to hinge forward to a nice flat level back position. A little extra engagement through the hamstrings. Make sure your quads are active, lifting the kneecaps. Let's hinge back up. Do it again. Inhale the arms up. Exhaling to the sides. Nice hinge forward. Inhaling back up. We'll take it a little further this time, bringing the arms up. Exhale our hinge. Inhale, arms overhead if it's comfortable. And exhale back to the sides. Maybe you only feel comfortable bringing your arms out a little bit. That's okay too. Moving with the breath. One more time. Inhale, nice hinge back up. Let's take it. Arms up on our inhale. Press back to that chair pose yet again. Bring the hands to the heart center. Palms pressed together. We're going to do a little twist. Left elbow outside that right knee. Think of spiraling up those left lower ribs, left lung. Get back to center. Take it back up. Exhaling into our chair. Hands to the heart center, and then we'll twist to the other side. Release to center, bring it back up. And on the exhale, let's do a nice hinge down to our forward fold. Hands on the hips. Send those elbows back. Lead with the chest, coming back up. And then we're going to set that down. Just to prime our hip muscles a little bit. Right foot on it. Left foot next to it like you're standing right on the floor. That's all it is, just standing. And back down. And we'll switch. Balance is not something that we create. You can't create balance. You maintain balance. Something we already have the capability of and for within the body. So don't create it. You maintain, improve upon what we have. And down. Set that aside. Back to the top of front of our mat if you weren't already there. Let's take the arms up. Dive down on our exhale. Take it to our plank. And on an inhale, move to up dog. And on an exhale, moving to down dog. Exhaling back to plank. And on that next exhale, right back to our down dog. Bend the left knee, press that right heel. Bend the right, press the left. Bend the left, press the right again. And one more time with the left. And both. Shifts back to our plank. Inhale to our up dog. And on the exhale, right back to our down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale it back down. And the left one on the inhale. And exhale that one back down. Look up, walk your feet to your hands. Forward fold. And from here, one little vertebrae at a time. Let's roll it back up. All right. Let's get started with our sequencing. I'm probably going to change positions and perspectives multiple times so that you can better see what I'm doing. So bear with me if it seems a little like I'm all over the place. You'll figure out. All right, we're going to start in Tadasana or mountain pose. So just simply standing, feet about hip width apart, just inside the hips, toes spread wide, feel the activation of the lower leg muscles, abdomen drawn in, tailbone lengthened down, ribs in, shoulders back, chest open. And from here, we're going to go to our familiar chair pose. And then from chair, we're going to come right up into our tree pose. Put a foot down if you need it. Our first couple of times through this little series, we're going to go slow. We're going to hold each pose for a few breaths. Back down to our Tadasana so we can get the feel for where we are. We can start to understand the transition between the movements, and then we'll pick it up in a sense, and then we will move with the breath for each pose so that we can really hone our balance and pay attention to what is happening inwardly. The sun is really started shining. All right, let's come down to our chair again. So don't be afraid or don't get frustrated if you get a little tippy, if you lose your balance, if you have to put a foot down on our single leg stance. It's okay. That's okay. That's what your body's doing right now. Let it do that. Don't get frustrated with that. Come up to tree on the other side. Even I get a little wobbly. That's where you're at today. It's okay. And back down. Feel the body naturally tense up as you inhale. And feel the release as you exhale. Send it back to chair again. And we're coming right up to our tree. And back down. Taking it to chair. And up to tree on this side. Use and back down. So as we move through the next series, we're going to move with the breath. We'll hold each pose for a breath. Don't worry about following me. You're not here to follow me. You're here to listen and to apply what you're hearing to yourself, to your own movements. So if you feel like you're behind, don't worry about it. I'm not going anywhere. You can pause, you can press play, you can fast forward, you can rewind. That's kind of the beauty of this. Is take it as you need to. You're here to learn and experience what your own body can do. All right, let's go. Taking it back to chair. Coming up to tree. Back to asana. Back down in chair. Up to tree. Keep your breath steady and even. The tendency is to want to speed up. Don't do that. Don't worry if it's perfect. We're not here to be perfect. We'll do each side one more time. So that's why it's called practice. There we go. Shake it out a little bit. Maybe feel a little more focused and grounded now that we just did that. We'll move on to the next one. Utthita Padangusthasana. So last week we did Supta Padangusthasana A and B, which was reclined big toe pose. Utthita, today I'm going to do it standing and put it in this little sequence. So we're not going to use a strap, so if you can't actually pull your leg up and reach your toe, just grab a hold of your hamstring or by your knee. That's totally fine. That's going to be what I'm going to do today. So we're going to bring that leg up. Extend it out while we're here, if that's comfortable. Now we're going to bring it out to the side. I'm just going to take this method because I know that keeping it straight right now, I know that I can't do that. So meet yourself where you're at. Work within your means. Honor your limits. Work with your abilities. And then from here, we're going to take that right leg. We're going to step it back and turn. Coming into crescent. Revolved crescent, so my left leg is forward, my right arm is reaching forward, my left arm is reaching back, my right quadricep is engaged, lifting the knee and the kneecap. Again, this one's we're going to be all kinds of places with this one. And then I'm already going to lose my balance. That right leg comes up, crosses over our left. We're going to come into eagle pose. So we press after we wrap our hands. Left arm on the right, palms pressed, lifting up. Get that toe down. That's totally okay. Bring it up. Right where we started. All right, let's do the other side. Bring the left knee up. Lock that pelvis into place. Up tall. So this gets a little more challenging, this sequence, but that's the point of it. We primed ourselves through our warm-up in our first one. We grounded ourselves. We realized where we're at. We're ready for the next level. Out to the side. Step it back. Ooh. Come into our crescent. Revolve crescent. And you pivot back to center. Bring that leg up and over. Right arm under the left. Press those palms. Drive the elbows up. Sit the hips back. Let the hip, that right hip, go into flexion. Turn our glutes on so we can feel more stable here. Back up to standing. Let's do it again. Bring the leg up. Out to the side. Stepping it back. Bringing it up. So a little less time in each one. But you're doing it. The other side. Out to the side. Straight on back. Maybe a little angle if that's more comfortable. Revolve crescent. Bring it up into our eagle pose. And up. We're going to do it one more time. We'll try moving with the breath as we do this. So again, don't worry about making it perfect or exactly spot on, because that's not how this happens. That's not how the body works. All right, so from here, inhale. Bring the leg up on the exhale. Get out to the side. Exhaling back. You find it's a lot easier to stay balanced if you keep your breath steady and even. I think we should do that one more time with the breath. We can do it. We're holding on the inhales and transitioning as we exhale. And I, of course, talking through it, I get myself a little mixed up, but that's okay. All right. Hopefully you guys are hanging in there. You're experiencing maybe some new things, some new levels of focus. Learning that maybe there's some new things that we can be working on to maintain our balance. One more little series here. I'm going to come to the front of my mat for that. Just start. We got to get there first. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, nice hinge down. Step right back to our down dog. Step the right foot between the hands. Back heel down. Coming up to warrior one. Let's open to warrior two. That's where we want to be. Then we're going to pivot that back heel up as we come into our crescent lunge. Hands to the heart center. Our prayer twist, crescent twist. If it's better for you to have the knee down, you can have the knee down. And we are going to bring the knee down, bring it to center. Bring the other one back. We'll have camel hands on our low back. Drawing the tailbone down, lift through the chest. We don't want to be cranking back on our vertebrae or sending our hips forward. Our hips should stay directly over our knees when we're here. We're lifting up, pressing, lifting up with the chest. And then we come right back down to our down dog. We'll step the left foot forward. I'm going to take out that warrior one part. That's not how I wanted that to go. You come right up into a lunge from here. Back foot pivots down. Reopen into our warrior two. Now we're like where we need to be. Be mindful of that front knee. Make sure it's not collapsing in. Use those outer hip muscles to keep that facing forward. We're going to pivot that back heel up, back to our lunge. Hands to the heart center. Do our twist to the side. Knee comes down. Bring ourselves to center. Bring the other knee back. Hip width apart. Hands on the low back, the sacrum. And turn the chest upward. And let's move. Bring it down. Right back to our down dog. Step that right foot forward. Come up into your lunge. Pivot that back foot down as we open to warrior two. Back foot comes back up as we come to our lunge. Hands to the heart center. Into our twist. Bring the knee down. Return to center. Down a little back and do a little half camel, lifting the chest. And take it back to down dog. Left foot steps forward. Come up to our lunge, our crescent. Opening to warrior two. Back to our lunge. Hands to the heart center. To our twist. Bring the knee down. Come to our kneeling. Hands on the low back. And our half camel. You know, this is one that needs a lot of work for myself. We'll get there. And back to our down dog. So this next round, we're gonna do our best to move with the breath, transitioning on the exhales, holding, maintaining on the inhales. So move with your own breath, keep it steady. You know the sequence. Don't try to follow me or repeat, regurgitate, copy what I do, because you'll feel frustrated, you'll feel behind, you won't get the experience in the pose or the sequence that you should be getting. So just relax, move with the breath, your breath, and go with the flow. All right, big inhale. On the exhale, step it through to our lunge. Exhaling our warrior two. I think I just did it again. I'm gonna reset. I'm getting so caught up in it. Let's do each side one more time. That gives everybody a little break chance. I just get so caught up in it. I forget where I am. Now we'll end with our down dog. Put on an exhale. Let's move to our plank. Use some little taps out to the side. Not very far. If that's too much, you can just hold your plank. That's perfectly fine. We want the torso, the hips, the pelvis to remain level. We don't want to be dipping to each side. Back to our plank. On an inhale, we'll move to up dog. And on an exhale, moving to our down dog. We're going to inhale the right leg up. And on the exhale, bring that knee towards the forehead. Inhale back up. And exhale, knee to forehead. Use those front body muscles. I'm going to hold it on this next one right here. Bring it back up. And exhale that leg back down. That's one side. Now we just do the other side. All right, inhaling up and exhaling knee to forehead. With the breath, slow and steady. Next one will be our hold. Really release back up. And exhaling back down. And shift back to plank. We'll do our little taps again. And back to plank. Inhale, moving to our up dog. Stretch out those muscles. We just worked a little bit. And exhaling to our down dog. And the next one, inhaling up. And on the exhale, we come forward, knee to elbow. Inhale back up. Two more. You got it. And we bring that leg back down. Ready to do the other side. Here we go. Inhale, left leg up. And exhale, coming forward, knee to elbow. Two more. And bring it down. Shift forward to plank. Bring the knees down. Let's press back to child's pose. If your arms feel really tired, you can bring them to your sides. And then we're going to take it to seated. Let's bring our heels out wide, quads active, kneecaps lifted, pressing our knees into the floor, our toes up. We are up nice and tall. This might be enough of a stretch for some of us. Keeping ourselves nice and level. We can come forward as long as that means we're not doing this. Be honest with yourself if this is what you're doing. Bring it back up. We're pulling from our abdominal and our groin muscles to come forward so that we can maintain alignment of our back. There's a time for rounding, and there's a time for not rounding. This is the time we don't want to round. We don't want to overstretch the tissues and those teeny tiny little muscles that run between our vertebrae, vertebrae to vertebrae, our rector spinae, our spinalis, multifidi. Want to hurt those. Bring it back up. Soles of the feet together, as close to our far from the body as is comfortable. So we are again up tall, rolling the knees towards the floor. Bring the knees up, and we're going to take it on back. And your tissue. Okay, there it comes. Let's bring our arms out to our sides in a T. Legs up. If it's not comfortable to have your legs completely straight, you can, of course, maintain the bend at the knees. Resist the urge to let your knees come in closer. Now we've just turned off our abdominal muscles because we've flexed the hip beyond the point of their activation. So keep it level. Inhale down. And exhale, use those torso muscles to pull that leg back up. And then the other side. Maintaining spinal alignment. We don't want to press the low back down. We don't want to arch it up. So that means your leg only gets this far. That's as far as it gets. And that's okay because you're still doing something that is maximally effective for you. One more time on each side. And bring it down. Then we'll bring our feet back up, hips and knees at 90. Inhale down to the right. And exhale back up to center and then to the other side. Moving with the breath, alternating sides. One more time each side. And now we can bring it back down. Let's extend the left leg straight out on the floor, toes up, quad active so that we're keeping that knee down. Pull the right knee into the chest. Head and shoulders down, chin maybe might be slightly tucked so we can lengthen through the back of our neck. Get the full effect of the stretch that we're doing. Extend that leg up towards the ceiling, rotate the ankle clockwise. And counterclockwise. Point the toes. Press the heels, splay the toes if you can do it. Really stretch out that fascia. Point. And press again. Lower that leg to the floor. And then we'll bring the left knee in. Keep that right one down. Extend it up towards the ceiling. Rotate clockwise. Counterclockwise. Press the toes. Did I say press the toes? Point the toes. Now press the heels, splay the toes. You know what I mean. I hope. Point. And press. Lower that leg down. Bring the arms overhead, hands together. Nice big deep inhale. Gathering up all your tension, flex all your muscles. Make a face. Hold it all. Exhale and release. Your arms to your sides. Turn the shoulder blades under and take Shavasana. If you'd like, you can roll it over onto your right or left side to the fetal pose. Bring it back up to seated. Nice and tall. Inhale, lengthening one last time. And exhale to the outside. Namaste. So that was our little balance practice for today. And something tells me we'll probably be seeing some of those sequences again. Actually, I'm quite certain we will. So until the next time, see you later.